So first we will create a new activity, which will be the anti-views activity, and we will name it as login activity. Okay. And for this, we will generate a layout file. It won't be a launcher activity, so we won't check this checkbox. Okay. And now we click on finish, and it will load or sync the Gradle project. So after it syncs it, we can program the fragments into this activity. Okay. So we need to wait, and it is done. Okay. So now we will create two new class. One will be the sign up page, and another will be the login page. Okay. Now we'll extend them as fragment, and this one also fragment, and yeah, it is done. Also, we will create a new package to store them at the one place, which will be the login pages. In this, we will store both of them so we can manage our UI and the code easily. That's why we will do this. And we will also keep the login activity here. We will rename this main activity. We can do refactor and rename, and we will keep the name as welcome activity because we had a welcome page inside it. Okay, so we don't need to keep the name main activity. Main activity will be the content inside it, the app. Okay, so first we will need to create layout files for both of the pages. So we'll have the name page login, and we'll have the constant layout, and we'll also have a page sign up and constant layout. Now we'll have a fragment container inside this. We won't use constant layout here in the activity login, okay? Because we need to contain the fragment inside it. So we'll do it like fragment container. Okay, this will be the name, the ID, okay? And inside this, we will contain the fragment. So first we will write the code so that we can navigate from the welcome page to the login page and the sign up page, which are in the login activity. Okay. So for that we need to have a fragment manager. Let's support fragment manager. Then we will have a fragment transaction, fragment manager dot begin transaction. Okay. Then we will have fragment transaction dot add, and then we have to create a new login page also. We require the fragment object. So we'll create the new object, and here it is. Now we had created a container. If you remember this fragment container, which is the frame layout, okay, and we have the fragment container, we'll write it, and we will also have the login page. Then we will have the fragment transaction dot commit. Okay. Now what we need to do is we need to return the view because we need to define the layout of the login page. So we need to connect the login page to the page login.xml file. Okay. Because as of now, the program doesn't know what is the layout for this fragment. So first we need to define a layout for it. And to do that, first we will use the inflator. Okay, so we will do layout inflator, or rather we will use the inflator dot inflate r dot layout dot page login container, which is the view group, and we will keep the attached to root false. Okay, then we will return this view. in the method. And then we will have this view. First, we need to have something in this layout so we can recognize that the page login has opened when we launch the application. Okay, so we need to align it into the center. We will keep the title here as login. We will have some margin from the top and like this, and we'll have the text as login. Okay, and we can just change the text color as black only. Okay, we can have the black, we can write here black, and we choose it. Then we will change the font family also, which will be Lato. We'll have the text style, which will be bold, and that's it. We can also increase the text size, 28 sp. Yeah, now you can clearly see it. And now we need to change the code of the welcome activity. Here we write start activity, new intent, then welcome activity dot this, and we will navigate to the login activity dot class. Okay, and now we can run our application, and it has been launched. So we can click on the button of get started, and you can clearly see the text here. So finally, we have accomplished or understood how we can navigate in Android Studio. Now we will create some amazing designs for the login page and the sign up page. First of all, to give a good look, we will change the colors. So I've already copy pasted the colors which I was going to introduce. So I'm copying pasting it, and you can see and introduce them into your project. You can see the codes and the text, like what you have to copy, okay? Now we will progress with these colors in mind and design the login page. So first of all, we will have a background for the login page, which will be this blue color, okay? Here we will have the light blue 2 color, actually not in the background, it will be the text color, which will be the light blue 2, okay? Yeah, better. Now we will align it using the constant bias into the a bit above the center. Like here, you can see it looks pretty good, isn't it? So we'll create some new edit text also now. And in this edit text, you can have this. We'll transform this completely. Will not, our edit text won't look like this by any chance. So we will keep a margin of 20 dp. Then we will set a background which will be the blue color, but the light one. Okay. Also, we will have some padding for whole of the text. Okay, fine. All is going well as of now. We will also have a background which will be of rounded corners. So we will have a button shape here, and we'll change the color from here. So we will keep the color here light blue, and we are having some round shape. I guess we can have more rounded corners. So we can create a new one which will be the edit text shape. Edit text shape. We'll copy paste the same code which we had here. Yeah, we will have the shape. Okay. Yeah. And here it is. It is showing some, yeah, now it is not showing any errors. We can have a radius of 20 dp. And now I would like to change the gradient. I mean the color to gradient. Okay. So let's create a gradient. It will have an end color, which will be the light blue. and the start color, which will be the light blue too, and it will look good. It is loading, yeah, and here it is. So it is looking good, I guess. And we can change the background here to that shape, which is with edit text shape. Okay. The color is actually changed here, so we won't change the color. It will be like this only. I will like to change the corners because it is looking a bit too rounded. We'll have 10 dp maybe, and let's see what happens. Yeah, this one looks better. I think we can also change the start color because it is looking a bit too much contrast. So we will change this one a bit, only a bit. We'll have the light blue one and we'll change the color from here. We'll make it a bit lighter, not too much light. Okay, this much is probably a bit fine. Let us see how it looks on the login page now. The contrast is a bit visible. Actually, if we increase the size, we can have the actually this one as match parent, and we'll have some 20 dp from both the ends. And now you can see it looks a proper gradient. What we can also have is we can have a bigger margin, 40-40 from both the sides. You can even do it like this. Okay, so it looks good. And what will be the text color now? Let us see which one suits it the best one. We will have the text color hint as probably light, maybe blue only. And this one text color as blue. How will it look like? Okay, we need to make it a bit darker so it is visible. Okay. Yeah, what about this one? This one looks pretty good and visible. Maybe. Let's see. And here we don't have any color contrast problem. Otherwise, if there is a huge color contrast, error is shown here. In this one, it says that it is not a huge problem. Okay, so I have got a color which will give a better look, which will be 284. 384. Oops. It looks quite a bit better. Now let's change the font family to Lato. Actually, we can change, we would not need to change this font family again and again. And for that, we can have this one, Android font family. And we'll set this to default as font Lato. Okay. So we are setting the default font family as Lato. Now we will change the text size a bit smaller as 16 sp, and also the box is looking a bit larger, and so for that we will have a bit decrease, small decrease. Yeah, this looks better to me. You can change it if you like the one which was before. Now we can change the text to username, and we'll have a new drawable. Okay, we create a new drawable. So for that you can click on this folder. You can create a new one by using this vector asset. Then we can have a person only, this one. Okay, so we have it already, and username. This will be the username image, and we download it. Okay, so we'll have it here in the drawable left, not the bottom one, the left one, and the username. We'll have some drawable padding. We'll change the color for it. Oh, oops, 10 dp, and we'll change the color to light I guess blue, or maybe that. Yeah, this one only looks good. It looks good. Let's try that color. We will see which color looks better, and let's check it out. Okay, this one looks quite a bit more better, isn't it? So we will use this one, and let's just copy paste this, so we don't need to do all the process again, because we need to change only the image and text now for the password edit text. We will have a 20 dp margin. Here we will write password, and you have to select the input type as password. Okay, for that, here you will use text password. So you will have some dots, dots, dots. Okay, so it looks pretty good. We will have a number. We won't have a text. Okay, and now we will have change the drawable for it. We can do it by vector asset. Let's try searching lock. What does it show? Yeah, this one. This one is fine. And we'll write password, and we'll use it here. Drawable left will be password. And yeah, here it is. Now we'll create few strings for this login page. String, then login text, login to the app, and we'll have a welcome back text. Okay, welcome back. This will be the heading, like in the big size. We'll have this one, so we will use here as welcome back text. Okay, and below this, we will have another text view, which will ask the user to log in. We can drag it a bit above, and we will have this one just below. We'll align it in the center. All these buttons should be aligned with respect to text view. We will have some 20 dp margin from the text view. The text view will also have some 20 dp margin, maybe 15. Okay, and we will have the text as login text. Log into that. And now we will change the text color, which will be light. Oh, yes, light blue. 2. Okay. I guess the margin is a bit too much. We'll keep it as 10. And text size will increase to 16 SP. Let's see what it looks like. Maybe 18 is better. Yeah, this one is a bit better, but we can't differentiate then between the title much, because then both there should be a huge difference in the sizes, isn't it? So we can still reduce the margin to 6, and now they are very, very close. Okay, so now in my view, it is fine. Now it's your completely your choice what you want, like, or you want, whatever you want. Okay, you can change anything you want in this layout, but it looks really good, at least in my view. Okay, so we will have a button now, which will ask the user to log in. We had learned how to create a material button. Okay, so we'll create a material button, which will have the text to ask to log in, string logged in. We create a new string for login, which will be login like this. Okay. Now we need to align it by constants, and for that we'll keep it just below this one. Here we'll align it in the into the center. We'll have some margin of 20 dp. So this login button will be a huge one in the length. We'll have a bigger one. We'll have only 30. Yeah, this is a bit too much big. Maybe it should be a bit smaller. Actually, we can align it with the bottom, okay? in the center of this password and this one, okay? And we'll remove this margin of top so it will be aligned in exactly the center. And you can see it looks a bit better. You can shift it above by the constant vertical bias. It's completely your choice. So now we'll change the color, which will be really, really dark for this one. So for that, first we'll create a blue one and then we'll darken it from the custom bar, custom tab. And let's try this one. The color must be changed with this tint. Yeah, it has been changed now. Even we can use this one, or maybe we can just use that 284384. Good. Okay, this one is also completely fine. We can have a padding vertically, which will be 10 dp. Maybe it is that by default, so we can have a bigger one. Yeah, 16 dp. This one is fine. We can increase the text size, which will be 18 sp, and we will keep it as bold. Okay, and this is how it looks like. Actually, the login text is, we can just change it to like this, log in. Okay, whatever you want to keep it. I use it like this only. We can also keep it like that, but fine, we will keep it like. And so it is completely done. This is it for the login layout. Now, what I would like is, I would like a bigger gap between the text, this text, and this edit text. And now it looks completely fine. Maybe we can use this only. Okay, so we'll just copy and paste this layout completely in the sign up page from here to here. From the first line to the last line, we'll just copy and paste. And then we will do the necessary changes, okay? It is just so that we can do it a bit faster. We need to change all the IDs, but as of now, I'm not focusing on the IDs. First, we need to focus on this, and so we will create a new string register. Let's go into the code, and here let's find out we need this one as a register, and we'll create a new one by show context, and here this one. Yeah, this is fine. Now, the create account text or sign up text we can write. Sign up text. Sign up, or we can write create your account. Okay. Yes. Now we'll ask the username and the password. For creating the account, we won't do any changes because there is no need, and the this string will also be registered. Okay, so I guess it looks completely fine now. We can ask for the email. It's completely your choice if you want to ask, so that we can also add the forgot password system. Okay, but that is for some other days because the video is already too long. Okay, now we will run the app, but before that we need to have some functionalities also. Yeah, we need to have some functionalities also. for this page. And first of all, for that, we need to change the IDs for all of them. Okay, so first we'll go to the top. We'll have this one as the welcome back title. This one will be the login text. We should have refactored it. Okay, we will now refactor. Okay, this one should be done with refactor. Username, edit text. We'll go down. Here also we have to use that login text, right? And here we will again refactor the password edit text. Also, we will have the button, the login button. The login button is now there. Let us check it out. What are the errors here? It has some problems. I think it is completely fine. I don't think there is a huge problem. Just here the text color, we can have that light blue too. So that the color contrast is not too much because that was looking a bit too much bright. Maybe we can make it even more dark. Yes. Yeah, this one is fine. Yeah, you can see this one is completely fine. And we can do similar things to this page. Okay, so first we will have the register title. Then oh, I forgot to refactor again. We have to refactor it and rename. This one will be the sign up text view. This one will be the username edit text as it is. And the password edit text, yeah. Okay, here also. We will have the name as the sign up button or the register button, whatever you want. You can correct the errors if you want because I don't think they are too serious. And if they will be, we'll check them out when we run our application. We should not ignore those errors, but then the video will be too much long. Already it is a bit too long. So first we'll change this color to light blue too, and then we'll just darken it a bit to this much. And it is completely fine. And okay, now we'll add some functionalities now. First of all, we'll just copy paste this. We have to use copy paste a lot in Android Studio because many things are so similar, but you need to write them again and again, isn't it? Page sign up, all the other things are the same. And now we'll introduce the button equal to view dot find view by id dot login button. We'll have the button dot set on click listener new view dot on click listener. Now we'll show a toast only. Okay, and the text will be logged in. We won't navigate to another activity, which will be the main activity, like the application interface. As of now, we won't do any of that because it is not required. You can do here as require context, and the same thing we can have in the sign up page, just with some changes. Here we won't have the login button. Here we have the sign up button. And also here we have the registered. Okay, we'll have the text registered. Now, first of all, we need to check if all the details are filled. So we need to know the username for that. So for that, we will need to have the objects of the edit text. Username, edit text. equal to view dot find view by idr dot id dot username edit text password edit text equal to view dot find view by idr dot id dot password edit text. And now we have it like get text dot to string, and same for the password, string password equal to password edit text dot get text to string. Okay. Now if username dot is empty and password dot is empty, and now we'll have this exclamation mark, which will mean that if none of them are empty, then only this toast message will be shown. Okay, we need one more bracket, and if this is not true, then we'll have the else statement, and this will ask them to fill all the details. Please fill all the details. Okay, and the same code we can have in the this sign up page. We add the same edit text and all, and that's why. And this code also we can have the same one there. Just that toast one will be different, so we will change this here. And it's all done. Now let's just run the application and not change the welcome page which we had created in my previous video, because I think it was just fine, and if we change it, it will take more time, and taking that won't mean anything. So yeah, just let's see how the application works and runs. We'll click on the get started button. Okay, and yes, now it has opened. We'll have the username. Actually, we need to have the hint here, not the text. So first, we need to change that. This should be hint only. This should be hint only. So the hint will be username and the text will be empty. Okay, there will be no text. Same here, no text. Hint will be password and text color hint will be the same. Hashtag 284384. We'll copy and paste it here. Yeah, it's done. And the same things we need to do in the sign up page. I guess we have not done. Yeah. So hint. And here we will have the username hint, and the text won't be this. And here we will have, and here we will have the text as a username, sorry, password. And I'm really sorry. We won't have any text here. It will be just the password. The color will be changed, and this here also the color will be changed, and it is all done. So yeah, our application is just completely ready. But once again, we have something to change, which is the window. Okay, window, window. Here we will change the status bar color. Okay, so window dot. Okay, we need to import it first. Window dot set status bar color, color dot parse color. We can have that blue color. This one. We'll just parse this one here. Okay. And now let's just run our application for the final time probably. If it doesn't work, we will run it once again. Yeah, we have it. See, you can see the change in the status bar color, isn't it? We can type anything. Here I can type Digitalogy, and password I can keep anything, 1234, and we can just click on login. And you can see this. This is amazing. If you are not typed anything, it is still displaying. So something is wrong. Let us take it out. Okay, that means we need to have this. If it is like this, equals dot trim, dot equals, and dot trim, dot equals. If it is like this, then only it will happen. So we can also do like this. Maybe this will work better. We have to change in the both the size. In the login page also we need to change it here. Yeah, let's run once again. Actually, I just remembered we need to have another button which asks the user if they have already registered. So for that, we'll create a new button for that. Okay, so let us have it as button. Maybe we can just create a text view, and if the user clicks on that, then it will take it to the sign up page. Okay, so it will just it will be just below this login button. Talk to login button, and it will be aligned in the center. It will have a good text size, probably of 16 sp. Now, the text color, first of all, text color should be the light blue too. And we must have the text as click here to register. If you have no. Okay, and we'll just underline it. So for that, first let's just keep a bit margin from the top is here, and we will create a new string here. The not registered string. Okay, and here you can just have this U, and yes, this will underline it. Okay, so we can have it here. This text will be replaced by not registered string, and you can see the user just needs to click here. Okay, and this will take the user to the sign up page. So just let's introduce this functionality here. And for that, actually, we need to name the text view for that. So let's go here. We just need to name it. We can refactor it to the not register text view. And let's just refactor. Okay. Okay. Let's go in the login page and text view. Text view equal to u dot find view by id r dot id dot not registered text view. And yeah, it is done. It will show the error for that we just can't do anything because it is completely all fine. It will go soon. So let's just do what we need to do. Just do like this, and we'll have the fragment manager equal to require activity dot get support fragment transaction equal to require activity dot yeah, sorry, manager dot begin transaction. Then we will have the transaction dot replace, and here we need to write the r.id dot fragment container, and we need to define the sign up page. So sign up page equal to new sign up page. Okay, and here it is sign. Okay, so we will just click on this. Oh, we need to commit the transaction.commit, and now we'll run the application. Once again, we'll run it and it will be launched. Now click on this button. Okay, there is some error maybe. What just happened? Guess I need to run it once again. Probably there was an error only because it doesn't happen. Okay, there was no error. Maybe something else happened. You just click on the get started, and if you want to register, and if you have not done it yet, you can just click on that. And if you want to go back, you just click on here and go get started. So this is what it will look like, and we are done with this for today. We'll create all new app from the next video. So stay tuned for it.